Okay, we are live. Just want to let everybody know that we're live, so make sure you're muted, or else the screen's going to be switching back and forth between me and you. This is the After School Professional Development with the topic Google Plus. I am gonna just dive right into it, and John, again, if you want to unmute it and make sure to have the interactive questions go back and forth, just let me know. Let me get to my screen. Hello. Um, all right, yeah, so I'm going to kick it off, and I'm actually going to share my screen and just start going through everything. I'm talking into a screen, so again, please let me know if I'm going too fast or going too slow. And I'm just going to be sharing out my screen right now, so let me know, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's my screen, and what we're going to start out with is, we went ahead and made sure that everybody's set up with their Google Plus account. Make sure that you're up and running. Mr. McGee will help you out with that. What I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the actual profile within Google Plus. After you create it, you can go up to these links up here, and they have this whole list, which I'm going to go through. And I'm going to start off with the profile. So inside your profile, I'm going to start off with the About side. I have this information that I placed in here, about me, about what's going on. Occupation, skills, gender, height, education, location, any extra links that you actually want to put into there. Certainly customizable as to how you actually want it to show up. And I think you could hide certain things from people as well. In this post area, I'm going to go over posts a little bit later, but this shows all the posts that you've been on, shows people that you might know. I'm going to go ahead and add Nicole. I don't want to make her feel bad, so I'll add her friends too. And then photos and YouTube, things that you've actually posted on YouTube. And plus ones, you can actually like certain things, like certain posts here and there, and when you like it, this shows you all the ones that you've liked. And reviews, but I haven't done any of those. I assume that's on restaurants or different things like that. Now I'm going to go on to people and circles. This is showing up suggestions right now for me to find people. And you could scroll through there, see if there's people that you might know through another contact. This is people that have added me. And then you go down this whole list, and it shows you different areas where other people might be at. People that have me in their circle, this shows all of the people that I'm actually in a circle with. Then in my circle, I have 6 circles set up. So I have friends, I have family, I have acquaintances, and I'm following a whole group of people, and work. And then I have this one for me because I have multiple accounts, so sometimes I follow the other accounts. And then you could also discover people. So whatever people, if there's certain people that you might not be linked to in any which way, you can find featured Google Plus, people, news, different things like that. And to add people, if you just see somebody or see a link like that, you could go up and you can click follow and actually set them up in one of your circles that you have, or you can create a new circle. And then you literally just type in something and you create a circle right there. All right. Then we're going to go off to posts. and that I'm just going to go back into the home screen, and this is I'm going to go through streams a little later, but I'm going to show you the post right now. You can actually post certain text. You want to write something up here. You can write whatever you want and then share it out. You could also share out links, YouTube videos and events, and photos and different things like that. One of the other things that you can do, and this is something great when it actually comes around to your to bring it around to your classroom environment. The high school, I have it open for the high school students to actually use Google Plus. In middle school and elementary school, they can't participate in it, but you could still have them view the actual posts or communities that you're in. But for this one, I kick it out to the public so the public can see it. But if I also want to put this comment into the Weatherly community, or just into the community, it would go in there, so it would just simply show up in that community area and not on the actual public, so not everybody can see it. So you could separate it off quite easily so not everybody can view it. I could share it to specifically one person and not worry about it showing up to other people. And then along with this, when you're actually typing in something, I want to talk about after-school professional development, and I have the after-school PD hashtag, and I use that in Twitter, and I also use that in here. Unfortunately, I'm the only one that has ever posted it, so I would appreciate it if anybody else wants to do Twitter or do a Google Plus to go ahead and utilize it. Talk about this event. If you want to share some stuff, share some different examples that I can how I can modify this, how I can make it better, or just comments about what you disliked about it. All criticism is welcome. So then this hashtag is set up, so it's after school PD. Now what that is that just sets up, and you have to click it so that it comes into that zone, so you can actually see that it's hashtagged off. And that's a classification that you could just mark for a keyword or topic. And when if that comment, just like in Twitter, if it starts a trend, if enough people actually use that hashtag, you'll start to see it show up. And I'll show you that a little bit later in another area. Where you could actually start to connect with people, and you could see other people that have actually posted that hashtag. Then if I want to say, that I'm connecting, and John McGee is here. What you can do is you can actually set it up so that that when I entered the plus sign, and it showed me which people I could actually pick from, and I hit enter, or I go ahead and I click on that person's name, it locks them in there, and it shares it out to them to let them know that that you're talking about them, and this allows people to click on that link to kind of see that exact person as well. And and that's kind of the same as if you're on Twitter and you're using the @ sign before somebody's name to kind of show that you're talking to them or replying to them. But that's all that I'm going to show for the posts for right now. Now, quick one on photos. This is just the highlights of some photos. This is me and Katie at the Discovery Education pre-conference for Pete and C, standing with Adam and Jamie from Mythbusters. And these are some photos that I took one of these photos at my house, and it's neat because it actually creates a neat little effect on it. If it sees something like a snow picture, it can classify it, and then it starts to create that neat little enhancement to it. And that Google does that by itself. I didn't do that. All photos in here, different things like that, and all of these photos. So these are different photos that you upload, and it just lists all of the stuff you have. Then communities. This is a big area that would hopefully do well for your classes, or a lot of different areas. It could be used for departments. If you have a math department that you want to share and collaborate with stuff, science, English, all of the above, you can create a community within here. I'm just going to show you this one first. This is the community that I created. I've shared out that link before, and I'll share it out again. But this is the Weatherly Area School District After School PD community that I have, and this lists the different documents that I shared, the actual hangouts like this hangout and the previous hangout in here. So you could post stuff in here. Again, share out different things as to how to make it better. And invite more people in. Anybody can join, and what you'll do is you'll get stuff in your feed, in your stream, when anybody actually posts to this community. So I have all the documents. I have a little cheat sheet that I'm reading off of, and that's the After School PD Google+. So you get kind of see the different things that I went over today, and see what we're doing in here. Then this is where you go ahead and you could create a community. This is neat because it doesn't have to be a public community. You can create a private community where you could share it with specific people. And you could also make sure that people have to ask to join. They can't just join automatically. So you need to share it out to them, or you need to invite them in. So it can be very private and in a nice little area where you could share stuff amongst peers, friends, students, if you're worried about student information getting out. And you could also set it up for projects, different projects that you're working on with kids. If you're working on a specific presentation or sciencing, environmental science project. Professional learning networks, if you have a group of teachers that you want to pull together and start collaborating just about anything. These are the communities that I've actually joined. Game Salad is a development thing. You got Chrome EDU for Chromebooks in education, Google Hangouts in education, Chrome users, AppleScript, technology in education. I mean, it hits the whole gamut, and it doesn't have to be Google stuff. I just have a lot of it, so I can kind of see different trends and figure out how to do the things that I'm doing right now. So you could join as many as you want. You could search for any communities that are out there. So I searched NASA, and here's all the communities that show up when I actually search NASA. So yeah, that's the nuts and bolts of the actual communities. Then I'm going to go to events, and I messed up for today's event. I actually created just a regular event. You can click event, and you can create an event, and that doesn't have to be a Hangout on air. You can create an event just basically like a calendar event saying this is going to happen at this time. I'm inviting all of you people. Come on and see it. Well, I created that instead of a Google Hangout on air event, so I had to delete that event like a half an hour before, and I hope I didn't mess anybody up with that. But I remade it with the Hangout on air. So these are the events that you can create. Again, this is just like a calendar event that you can invite your friends on Google+. But I recreated this one, and this is the Hangout on air. What I did for that, and I think that, yep, this is right below it. So I'll go into the Hangouts. When it comes down to Hangouts, you can start a specific Hangout, and Hangouts, they're like the Google, they're like the Google Chat, the Google Talk that we used before. If you want to start a video Hangout, this is where it goes through. Everything's been condensed down into the Google Hangout area, so all the voice chat and text goes through here. And this is where you can just start up a Hangout, and it isn't a Hangout on air. You could just collaborate with people. Again, you got somebody across the street in a different building, and you just want to collaborate with people and you want to have a quick meeting. You can do a Google Hangout and pull everybody in, and it's a neat little tool to use. Then Hangout on Air, which is what I'm specifically using. There's your video, Hangouts. Hangouts on Air is exactly what I'm doing right now. You can start up a Hangout on Air, and the difference really is that your Hangouts on Air are saved via YouTube and recorded for later use. So you're broadcasting this, and it's capturing everything. Now you can actually do a private Hangout where you don't send it out to people, but it does get recorded onto YouTube, and then you can make that video private. But you could start a Hangout here and give it a name, and then you could start it right now. And if you're working with people and they know you're starting it right now, you can start it now, or you could schedule it for later. And this is what I did, and I shoot it out to the public for everybody, because that's everybody in all my community, or all my public areas that are actually connected to me and can view me, see this link. And then I set the time, and you can set the duration. And then all right. And that's that, and we could go into that much more in depth if you want to go over those later. Then there's Pages. In Pages, I created this quick page up. This isn't really an aspect that I currently use, but it's almost I would kind of maybe classify it as almost a web page. And I created this one up, Weatherly Area School District, and it's basically it's a storefront, or your web page within Google Plus. So I created a Weatherly one, and you can add in all your stuff in here about this page when you actually edit it. It creates a dashboard there. And this is how you create it. You go in and local business, company, so on and so forth. If you have any questions on that, let me know. But again, I don't use that much. Now the stream. I'm going to go back to that, and at the home screen, there's a stream of events that get posted by people, get posted by communities, people that I follow. And this is just the full stream of the different things that you're following. So you could just constantly see the posts that people put up that either directly share with you, share within your circles, or posting to your community. So this is your your homepage to see everything that's going on. Then the search area. This is pretty nice. Again, I'm going to search NASA up here. It's the safest one I feel to search. And the neat thing is, like I said before about the trending with the hashtags, this shows up a lot of the hashtags that are trending right now. So they have Internet Explorer, Kentucky Derby. Let's say After School PD was in here. You can click on that and see everybody's postings in that. People and pages that you can follow within that search. This just shows everything right now with what's going on. You can go to people and pages, so this will just list all your people and pages to actually join, or not join, but follow. And then there's communities, just like the community that I created before. These are all the communities that are out there with the name NASA on it, so you can really look through and see if there's anything that appeals to you and join that. This is really great for learning different things about your class specifically, something that you're interested in. It really, sky's the limit, and you get a lot of information from a lot of people around the world. Then the Google Plus posts. These are all the posts that are out there. So the other ones, people, pages, communities. This is everything that's being posted by anybody on Google Plus that has NASA in it. And then there's the more and I'm not going to go into that, but you see all the different things that you could search specifically in the Moore area. And then in the local area, this is actually neat. It's you know, I have the location as Weatherly in here, so it actually shows you different things that that are in the area. I'll search the Country Inn restaurant, and it pulls up the Country Inn, and it gives you the exact address. And you know, a lot of these different things that you could search specifically for any type of item, you know, within that specific region. Then now I'm just going to go back into the settings area. This is coming up to the ending of it, so then we could field some questions, kind of slow things down a little. You know, if anybody wants to add little tidbits, let me know. In here, you can set all your configurations as to, you know, how private you want to make things, what notifications, who can actually hang out with you. You can really make it nitty-gritty on your notifications, your apps, your circles, all of the above. You know, it gets customizable. I haven't played around with it that much yet because I'm not really too concerned with you know, what things are showing up. But that's really the nuts and bolts of it. And you know, it is a powerful tool that you can utilize in your class. And that's a key thing with these presentations that I'm trying to show you. It's just not a neat tool. I'm trying to show you these different items that you could possibly bring into your class and try and collaborate, try and get these greater areas to expand your students and your curriculum. You know, because you can also, in those communities, share documents so that all the kids can actually share that one specific document, copy it to their drive, edit it, or manage the same one, you know, collaborate on the same document. And it's just great because there's total integration with Google itself. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share. So if you want to unmute, if anybody wants to unmute, or if I just want to sit here for a little while talking to myself, I'm more than happy to. But I'd appreciate some feedback. If not, we can finish up. Anything, John? Mike? I can't hear you, Mike. There we go.
I'll say one thing. Especially with the community pages, the one that he was talking about, it's a great place. I've used it a lot as a think tank, just for ideas, for just tons of other things that if you're, you know, if you've ever thought about, you know, I've just found some great links to ways to share documents, great ways, just even.
Do you have an example that you could show, Mike?
What's that?
Do you have an example that you could show?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll get my screen, see if I could find it here. Yeah, actually, I got one right here. What is this? Okay, so I'll share my screen here really quick if I can remember how to
put you on the spot or anything.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Let me see. Okay, so I'll do a quick screen share. Okay, if you can see my screen here, I'll blow this.
I have Kings on here.
I found this today, actually. If you open up a new tab, this is called a Google extension. When you click on it, I don't know if you can see my screen that well, but it'll actually come up with a nice picture and it has the time. It says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Miller," and this is called. I can't remember what it's called. Let me see if I could find what that was called again. 1 second. If you want to keep talking, Dave, go ahead, but I'll see if I can find that for everybody.
All right. One of the things that I wanted to make sure, I'm going to send out another survey to actually talk about this. We're trying, you know, totally different things here and there. We're going back and forth. I want to see which way works most effectively. Which way works most effectively for these professional developments. It's tweaking where there is a second one in, so I really want tremendous amount of feedback, collaboration on how we can make this better and how we can provide the best professional development. I think the key is starting to try and pull this around to do a lot more collaboration. Maybe I could I'll open up the chat menu off to the side so you could chat, ask questions during if you're not on site. We make sure always. I want to make sure that we have one specific room that's being that's assisting and doing the hands-on work to help out the on-site attendees. And my goal is to start to just be a moderator and have a lot of people do the presentations. I'll set it up for them, and you guys can do the actual presenting, and I want to make sure that you don't have to deal with the technology that much. Just present, go on the content that you want to do on the content that you want to present, and not worry about it. I'll handle the technical end. Mike, you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, go ahead.
Oh, and John, I remuted you because it kept switching back and forth between you and Mike because there was, just people just talking small. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Go ahead. Is it my screen on there?
Yep.
All right. So this is what we were talking about before, like our homepage on Google. This is tons of stuff, as Dave was saying. You could look at, and this is one little gem that I found. It says this is from a guy named John Taylor. I was just browsing here a little bit today, and it says 3 extensions running behind the scenes. So I clicked on the link. And the one I really liked was called Momentum. So I clicked on it where it said link here, popped up to here, and I hit add it to Chrome because it would say, do you want to add this to Chrome? So I clicked add it to Chrome, and what it does is if you click a new tab like that, this pops up. Instead of that blank screen, it'll pop up with a really neat picture. It'll have the time on it. You can actually have a little to-do list, which you want to probably use more Google Tasks for that, but it's a neat thing. So every day it changes a new picture. So instead of when you pop up a new tab before, it would just be a blank screen. It pops up with a neat picture like that anytime I click a new tab. And every day it'll show a new picture. So that was just something I learned today just from browsing around on the Google, on the community page, my home page. And there's just tons of great information out there, and I thought that was pretty neat. It's something I'm looking, better looking at a blank screen in the morning when you click a tab, you see a nice new picture now. That was something I thought that was pretty neat for today. And that's called Momentum, and that's a Google extension.
Thanks a lot, Mike. And we went over those Google extensions in the previous session on Google Chrome. You could see the video. That's actually on the Google community. Please, again, if you want any more information on that, we could always run a double session. You could review that, go back and forth, and we'll get you more information. John, anything there? Anything on your end, John?
I was still muted. No, we're good.
Sorry.
We're good.
All right, sounds good. I will. I'll go ahead and end the broadcast, and you'll be getting the survey soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, sure thing.